What's happening, boys?
Yo,
What up? Can you hear
How you
me?
guys doing today?
are we in a parallel universe? What's
I think
going
so.
on, everyone? Man, I missed this show. How you guys been?
I know it's been like 3 weeks. How you guys doing today?
Good. You caught me off guard. I was trying to message Cornut there, last
Oh,
minute stuff.
gotcha. We're taking in so Rolling Thunder, episode 74. What's happening, boys?
Oh,
It's
hold on, man.
Friday again.
Man, audio season is among us, and it's about full tilt boogie time, man.
We're taking
Warm.
in. You had a few weeks off. I had a few weeks off. It's been like 3 weeks since we did a show or a month, I guess. You had TDH. I think you were sick a week. Casey, I think you were sick a week or busy or something like that too. And I've just been working my butt off.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're the busy guy, Scott. You're the
Yeah,
busy
none
guy.
of us are working, by the way.
No.
Only
Do
you.
what now?
Yeah, only you. You're the only one working.
I'm always working. Always.
Yeah, I'm actually unemployed, technically.
Technically,
What?
Casey is.
I'm a free agent now, baby.
Oh, where are you signing? Kicker?
Nowhere. I've just been doing my own thing, man. Word of mouth stuff, and mobile installs, remote starts, stuff that I enjoy.
Yeah.
It's been pretty cool.
Heck
Hey,
yeah.
if you can do something to pay the bills and it's something you enjoy, I mean, that's a win-win.
Oh, yeah. Trying to sell some Southern Thunder product.
Yeah, he's been taking and helping me get rid of some audio equipment and taking.
Yeah, if anyone needs some Avatar 12s or 15s, you let me
We're
know.
almost out of 12. We got a bunch of 15s left.
I
Oh, yeah.
actually heard a demo with 6 18 Avatar subs. Probably
Pretty
one of the
nasty.
loudest ones there down at TDH, man.
Oh,
Yeah,
Just
those subs are
very
insane.
windy. Very loud.
There's been a lot of new cool stuff come out here lately. I think it's quite funny. I saw your comedy post. Like, this one right here, boom, boom, boom. Man, what's up with this guy, man? I think I lost
12 by
voice.
9s. You know,
It's just an 8. Look at it.
DS18 wasn't the
That's
only
an
one that had
8,
something
Andy.
up their sleeve. Kicker wanted to wait until after April Fool's so people didn't think it was a joke. You know
That's what I
I'm saying?
think. That's a
Pull
lot
that back
of
up, Scott. Pull that back up.
And he's like, hold on, how do you install those?
No, it's an 8. Look at it.
It could be. It's
a
pretty.
literal
pretty-
8, dude.
It's pretty
It's a
darn
nice
close.
8-inch driver right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got
Yeah.
two tweets. I bet that screams.
You know, it's got a little bit more tweeter than I would want, for just one location, but it definitely works, definitely some custom fab has to be put into effect
Cutting your
to make
door.
it fit. But, yeah, a little modification went a long way, man. They sound good.
Now, theoretically, I think it could work if somebody really wanted to do that. Obviously, if they have some kind of like malleable surface that they can do that with. But at the end of the day, I think you would see such like little variance in between the wiring of the two speakers. It would be like somewhat phasing issues all the time or some crazy shit like that.
Yeah, I remember, I think it was Brad, he posted about speakers that had like 4 coils and was just one speaker. So I'm sure it could be done.
That's
It's
true.
Just, right, how well is it going to work?
That's pretty nuts, though. I thought I got a kick out of that one.
Yeah, dude,
And I've
man.
seen, Baba come back as MVP, and I see a lot of Andy merch been going out here lately, bro.
Baba has been going crazy like he does. No one can stop the guy. Yeah, he got I would say everybody, at least the main guys that are always in the Discord, always hanging out, and hooked them up with Living Loud with Andy merch. Man, I didn't get any tumblers, but those guys did. They got tumblers, hats, just the whole 9, hoodies, t-shirts, and this package deal here that I got, I actually got a two pairs of t-shirts for the kids and stuff for Kayla as well, man. And I can't thank Bubba enough for just being that foundation in our community, man. Because
Yeah, Baba is
Him-
the goat.
Baba's
Dude,
the OG, man. OG.
He is.
Hey, I
You
need to
know-
meet him in real freaking life, dude.
Yeah.
oh, you will.
Oh,
He'll
but
be
you
at
need to come to the
Slamology
Sky High
driving his golf
barbecue.
cart.
Is he in
Bro.
here?
We'll see him.
We need to. I want to, dude. Baba, I think he's out there in like Nevada or California. I think, isn't he?
Out
Like
in Nevada.
Vegas.
Yeah.
Nevada. Yeah, he needs to come out to the Sky High barbecue.
He went full.
Which, now I work at Sky High Car Audio. Also, I think we haven't been live since that happened.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
So,
Scott's got a new job, dude.
yeah, I'll do obviously both. It's been something I've been working with for quite some time, but I am now the advertising director there, which is nothing changed. I do a lot of graphic design and marketing, help with things. But going back to Sky High, they're doing have you guys seen the GTR raffle stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
The
Tell
given
everyone how to enter that, dude.
boom, boom, boom.
It's too late to enter, Casey.
No,
You're-
there's still
can't win this.
available. This thing is retarded.
I love the R35s. I mean, you know, like anybody, we love the 34s, 33, 32s, but the 35s, they're
Those
nice
wheels are
too.
sick.
I
They're
actually
gately
drove
doors,
one like
yeah.
10 feet, but I drove it. I can say I drove one, you know. They're nice.
Yeah,
I cleaned it
fitting
a
it,
lot. And
Molded
that's
in on
crazy.
it.
He's giving that away. Or if you don't want the car, what is it, 50,000?
50 grand.
50
Casey,
grand.
that's what I'm talking about in the back of the EF, but nicer.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
I'm gonna do. I'll go back to it. We'll go to it later.
Those wheels, dude, look at that.
I know those come stock with speakers in the rear seats. Does he have all that upgraded? I'm assuming.
Yeah, I don't think it uses any of the factory stuff other than because it's like their custom doors and all that stuff in the back.
Nice.
You get the 50,000 before taxes, I believe. Yes, but it's the car plus 10,000 cash for taxes.
That's anything,
Obviously, the
man.
car is worth it.
Government takes the money.
Obviously, you'd be silly to take the cash versus the car.
Yeah. Car's
That's
got to
it,
be, man. You probably got 200,000 into it.
Yeah,
I think it's still a $100,000 car. The pot's 150 grand.
Yeah.
And then, but still, you're still getting your money's worth with the entry. You're getting like a GTR swag pack. You get like a dope seat, like a Gately coin that they make. You know, so like you have like a token entry. It's a Gately made acrylic coin, and then you get a second through 10th place gets like $10,000 in cash prizes.
Chew.
Yeah, it's pretty sick, dude.
Yeah,
So
so,
that's,
like
you know, yeah.
if you're as long as you're in it, like you're getting your money's worth.
Dude, I would be mobbing in that car.
I would
I would literally have to sell the Lexus to pay to register it though in Georgia.
What would be the first place? What would be the first place you would go if you got
Cafe
this car?
and
What would you
Octane.
do?
Yeah,
what?
Walmart? What do you mean? I am flexing hard at Walmart.
Oh, you mean this girl?
You just
Probably
go up and down
Wilson.
every lane at Walmart, looking for a parking spot, dude.
hmm
I'll go to Wilson's. I do that at car meets now. I'm just like
Definitely the
mob
car.
through the parking.
Car and 10 grand.
Yeah,
Oh, it's definitely the car,
Look at
man.
those Gately doors.
that's sick.
Oh, whoa, those are all plexi. I thought that was
Yeah.
just LED strips with some
No,
paint. No,
it's like
that's
a box and a
see-through.
speaker, and it's freaking raised acrylic and it's engraved and all that stuff.
That's sweet. Now, when's the contest end for all that?
The 7th of next month. The
Nice.
Sunday
Now,
of the
how do you
Sky High
enter? You
Priority
got to buy
Barbecue.
something. I'm guessing you got to buy something from there.
You buy
And
an
then you get-
entry. You can take and buy an entry for $250, or
Ooh.
do a $1,500 order, or if you're
Oh.
a dealer, you can do a $5,000 order and get an entry also.
Jeez. Well,
So think about it. You buy if you're
I'm
going
not
to
getting a
upgrade
GTR.
if you're buying Salt 12s, there you go, bro.
yeah, if you're getting a complete system and you're going to be buying from Sky High Car Audio anyway, why not? It's kind of a no-brainer, you know. And
Yeah.
perfect time to do it right before car audio season for Slamology. I know I'm making last-minute purchases. Let me tell you.
So I mean, I think it's pretty sick. Going back to
That's
that, how we had so I'm doing the EF hatchback build. I'm doing an EF hatch. I picked up this turd box. I traded 2 pennies and a used condom, a pistol, and an Xbox and some other shit I had laying around for a 1990 Honda Civic DX hatchback.
Mm.
And Casey, shout out to him. He went down there and let me load this effer up on a trailer. And went out there. The car fired right up, dude. Ask him, like, it was covered in, like, the car looked gross. It was literally disgusting. Had like 10 packs of Marlboro ash between the center console and the freaking seats.
Yeah, dude, it had an ashtray filled with the brim, dude.
Dude, the ashtray
Remember
was
that?
were flowing with cigarettes. And
Genuine.
oh, it was nice.
Daily.
Yeah.
But so I traded for the car. It fired right up
Mm.
and sounded good. It needed some
It's a
miscellaneous stuff.
B20Z also, so it's
Yeah,
like a higher
it's a-
compression CRV motor.
So what happened on this car was he had put a cheap aftermarket traction bar setup on it, and it was crappily installed with like not even the correct hardware. So
Mm.
in these cars, you can either buy a really nice expensive traction bar setup to replace the front cross member, which you have to when you motor swap these cars because the header goes out so far than the factory engine did. So you either have to cut the stock cross member and box it in, or it's super weak and you'll rip it. Buy a crappy traction bar setup that makes it, because it's just tube after that, and that bolts the inside of the frame where it's thin metal, or it's expensive one that bolts in the stock cross member locations. So he chose the cheaper of the two, and it ripped the metal on the sides of the frame rails where the cross member was at. and then the back wheels, the wheel, that's what holds your. It has radius, so if the bar goes across the front, it has arms off of it that go to your lower control arms to keep your wheels centered in the middle of your wheel well. When he ripped the metal on that, when you hit the brakes or anything like that, as Casey, your wheels shoot to the firewall. They go boom straight back.
You want to see the video of it?
Yeah, Casey has a video.
I'll send it to you.
Makes sense.
But
so he messed up installing that into the car.
the cheap traction bar setup improperly installed. Yes.
So was
he
there
thought it was
damage? I'm
ruined.
assuming.
And Casey and I have a mutual buddy. He just happens to have one laying around. Casey burned his hand. He wants me to show everybody on the header.
Oh.
But
I should have wore the gloves.
yeah,
Wilson
we
gave us
brought
gloves
gloves.
too. He's like, here, you can have these ratchet straps, and here's some gloves to wear. It's like
Battle
good.
wounds. It's okay. Oh, yeah. So your axle was done.
No,
No,
that's
it's
fine.
It's the braces that keep the wheels from moving forward or back that go to the subframe, or I'm sorry, the cross member in front. So there's like
So-
2 traction bars that keep the wheels from moving, basically. I'm doing hand
Oh, wow.
gestures, you can't see because my thing.
That's
I have
not
a
the
picture of
sway
the cross
bar.
member.
I don't even know. Rack and pinion. I don't know.
So if you see here on the in this photo, I wish I could zoom in more. This is bar here. I think I have a better photo somewhere.
And 2 bars attached to those.
Here we go.
I
Let's do
seen the
this.
thing
Go to
you
your
had leaning
suspension
up
for the
against your
wheels
trailer
back.
there.
Yeah, other than that, the car's not bad, for real.
How many miles are on the engine?
I don't know.
I don't know, it seems healthy, though. I mean, it's a B20Z, dude.
He's like, I don't know.
He's gonna
All right,
rock it.
so
What's on the body then?
This one
You
here.
don't wanna know.
See how it has the bolts on the side?
God. Yeah.
That's bolting to the side of your frame where it's not really supposed to. Also, if you use a cheaper one, you have to, on an expensive one, you actually have to trim your front cross member where the radiator goes.
Oh, that's perfect, dude. Zoom in on that, and you can see the traction bar. Oh, the picture's going. Oh, there it is.
The
See the bar, Andy, on each side?
I can't zoom in. Yeah, so you'll take and on these nice ones, you actually have to trim your core support where the radiator used to mount to make this fit. They use these stock boat holes. But they put radiator mounts on the traction bar, so you would move the radiator back like a half of an inch, so it actually uses locations on that. So you see how this one bolts on the bottom of the frame. That's where the stock locations are, and the crappy ones, the cheap ones, they mount on the inside of the frame, and you don't have to mod and cut anything, and it leaves the radiator on the stock one, but you're bolting to like cheap metal, like thin metal, which can be fine if you do it correctly and you use the right hardware. But he's taking and did it wrong, so it ripped the bolts where those are at. Anyways, he thought it was pretty much total and it had to be expensive to be repaired. And Casey and I have a mutual buddy that literally had the parts laying around that I needed to fix in his floor.
Yeah, the same place my wagon's at. That's them.
Yeah.
They'll never be done, dude.
So I got that one to fix it, and I'm going balls deep. I've had like literally 14 of that chassis, and I know them quite well. And I'm stripping her down and painting it and doing everything I wanted to do besides turboing and stuff.
Yeah, all the suspension's being replaced, Andy. So, like, about miles on the body.
I bought every
all
single
tie rod,
suspension component, every
Nice.
bushing, everything on the whole car.
It was only like $100.
I
Jeez.
bought Hot Boy Aero, got me a Wang, got a
Ooh.
front balance, all that shit.
100% cheap, dude.
The
We were talking about it the other day. It's kind of depressing, like the lack of parts that are out there now. Like you can't just rice your car out like you used to be able to.
I
the
think Blake's got a good question here.
the audio setup, and that's where I was leading to. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, I'm starting to get a strip down and get it ready for paint. And I've already started the wire tuck process. So you're not going to see any wires in the engine bay. Boom, boom, boom. Images, pound. So like when you open the hood, you're not going to see any wires. I guess you guys are fully aware what a wire tuck is. So you're like,
Wire tuck. It sounds like a computer term, but I'm guessing it's the same thing where there's no wires in your bay.
you see no wires, yeah.
I like the wires though. It makes it look like you're loud. You know, like what is that? Why do you have 4 runs of that?
So yeah, you see no wires.
I still
I mean, you'll
see,
see my-
yeah.
You'll see
Yeah,
my power wire. Do what now?
I know what you're saying because you got your battery delete. You know.
Yeah, battery go in the back, all that stuff. Yeah, well, no, there's no back. You don't see. There's no headlight harnesses, none of that stuff. It's all gone.
Oh wow.
But take and do that, and then so I took the back seat out. I'm gonna take and do a one piece all the way across the back from right behind the back seats. And I have harnesses and harness bars, all that stuff, and I'm gonna take and I'm gonna do a Sound Cubed Q150x4. Boom! These new Q class amps. See if I can get a big picture of this one.
Also, look how motivated he is for this Civic and not the other one that's buried.
I'm doing the
I know
full
what's
car
going
for
on
the
here.
cost of what brakes
It's
on
like,
my EF is.
He's moving on.
I'm doing the 4-channel that matches these, upside down, inverted, where my spare tire should be, and
Nice.
so it's gonna look sick. And then I'm gonna do 2 channels on a three-way setup in the front, and then 2 channels bridged on a single 8 in the back.
Nice. That'll sound good. All Sound Cube?
It's probably sky high component set, and then probably a Sound Cube sub, probably to go with the amp.
Nice.
That's my buddy Dwayne. Speaking of which, he got that amp at 4500. He's running at half ohm on 2 of the Avatar Stu 15s, the 4-inch boys.
And dude, people like these Q class amps just dropped. Don't sleep on these things. These are freaking nuts. They're Korean power. Oh, you can't see anything. Why is it so small?
I was gonna say I seen your post here. Who died with that?
1 ohm certified 4695 at 14.5 volts. So you can do them like
Almost
half
6K. Dynamic.
Yeah, almost 6K at dynamic at 1. You can do them like it's like 12 volts to like I want to say they're good to 18 volts. I want to say, and then they take in that you can run them at half of them. Obviously, if you have the electrical. So I mean, like you'll make more power.
Nice. Now, how much does that one cost?
$950.
It's not bad.
No,
Not at all.
No.
I'm stoked. I got a bunch of these coming too. I have all of the new S amps also. The new S series amps are a budget bang.
Dude, look at that thing. That's sweet.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch that video when we got done. No, the boom, boom, boom. Yeah, the 4 channels, man. Like the S104, it has boom, boom, boom. It has bandpass crossovers built in. Everything is super nice. $180, 100x4. And then they just got back with the new 1250x1. Where'd it go? It's a 1250 watt RMS by 1 at 1, and it's off 4 gauge inputs, and it has a clip light on the bass knob.
I was wondering how you were wiring 3 speakers on the 2 channels up front. 1 ohm stable 4 channel. Nice.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do a dual 4 and wire that 2 though.
Oh, I'm saying for your front stage, you said you were gonna have like your component 3-way up front.
I'm just gonna do them passive with the crossovers that come with them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just keep it like this is in that way. I mean, the amp will be the most expensive part of the audio setup, but the it's like a realistic. You don't have to use a super high end 4 channel, but I mean, like anybody can have a set of components and a sub, and sound good. I mean, let it. So we go from there. Might add DSP and stuff later. I don't know.
Oh shit, Andy! Did we tell you what was in the front of the Lexus now?
No.
Dude, so I scored a set of Focal Utopia BEs for the front.
You had me at Focal.
Yeah, the beryllium tweeters.
Wow.
So now we're full SQ boys, dude. It's going down.
Damn. So you guys are
going down.
switching up. I'm louder than
Those
both of y'all
speakers,
now,
bro,
right? 'Cause
are
Scott, wait, no, you still got your build,
That's
Scott,
not
right?
this version, yeah.
Yeah.
It's getting new stuff through here very soon, also. But
Those Utopias are like the most impressive speakers I've ever messed with, man. Like they're
all right,
so
come on,
cool.
hear me out. It takes a lot of money to do brakes, suspension, all that stuff. That car needs to actually be fast and reliable. I do this EF. I enjoy it for a while. I enjoy the crap out of it. I get it tuned right in because I can use the same ECU, all this stuff. Both the 79 and the EF are the same mounts. I set them up for the same mounts in the car. So the mounts, the swap, all that stuff are interchangeable with each other. They're both set up for OBD1 also. So when I get tired of that car after I build it, I take the dual varied cam ZC that's in the 79 out. I put the B series that's tuned and all that stuff and already dialed in the blue car, which I'm painting it 2023 Civic Type R. Oh, gotcha. But
Civics are pretty interchangeable too.
Yeah,
you know what I
well,
mean.
There's nothing that bolts that change. Everything that goes in between my two cars, it's all been custom fab. There's nothing that bolts up between the first unit and the EF.
I was just gonna say, in general,
Oh, other than that, once you go 88 up, yeah. But yeah, when I get done with that, I'm gonna put the badass motor in the 79 and put the motors in the 79 in the EF and sell it then probably. But
yeah,
it actually works out perfect too because that's actually the motor that I have in the 79 is the JDM motor for that EF.
Mullen's mad. He said he was asking the year of my car. He didn't want you to tell him that his car's slow.
I didn't say his car was slow. I bet you I would race in Malibu though with the B20 hatch.
I mean, Mullen's Malibu. That's got a ring to it.
Speaking of Mullen,
he's working on a cool build too.
Yeah. Boom, 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 boom.
Someone keeps getting notifications, and I.
That's me. I'm saying I wanted to show my little trunk setup I did while we were off.
Nice.
Yeah, I wanted to show you what I did to my trunk.
Nice.
That's the Gately 8 that Scott put in there, messing around with. But yeah, go through the next picture.
I heard Gately 8's a nice sub. I know they got a few of them.
It dunked on the Hutchison. I'll say it right
It
now.
really did. It dumped on the Hutchinson. The Hutchinson's okay, but this thing sounds way better.
You gotta have that balance, man.
Yeah. But check out the panel I made, dude.
Ooh.
I got Jake to inset the Lexus symbol in it. I should have done it on the front, but what are we going to do?
Now, how did you get that to imprint like that? You just kind of
Cued
it. Just
he went down there and
Yeah, CNC, and then I took a screen roller, like the thing you used for like a port screen, and got into the corners real good. Jake had it later on.
Nice.
Yeah, he's like, try this. And it worked fucking perfect, dude.
pretty good.
Yeah, but it's nice, dude. I got all my stuff organized back there. I'm working out of my car now. So I got a little Milwaukee pack out and stuff back there.
Working out of your car.
Dude, the back end of it is slammed right now, though. Like, I gotta raise it up a hair because all the keys go through.
Let's see.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
So, Casey,
Have you guys been watching the Escapades of Mullen Performance Audio lately?
Dude, yeah. He's a madman, dude. Mullen's a loose cannon. Someone needs to get a hold of him.
He's doing a YouTube series now, and
wait, who is?
Mullen.
Oh yeah. The subwoofer one with all the different crazy boxes. It's a good idea.
I want to see a 10 in the horn.
Put a 15 in there. What do you mean? That's probably tuned. I don't even know because it's a triangle.
I love how he's using the Hutchinson stuff for all this, dude. Just like fuck this up.
It's got decent airspace. It's just got a hole in the end, but that hole has a tuning in a way, but it's very short.
Screw that to it, Mullen, and let it port on both. I know I had that tiny gap from the feet. Just screw it to it.
Oh yeah, that's good. Yep.
Yeah, just shoot fucking drywall screws right in it.
And then put the end of the pool. Put the end of that into the pool.
He could run it isobaric, keep that one in there, and then run that other one inverted.
Oh, let it pool, dude. It'll be like a little jet ski, dude.
Yeah.
It's like a little jet pump.
Yeah.
You gotta keep 20 hertz playing the whole time.
Be like, hold on, let me turn the hot tub on. You grab like 6 of these. All right, no one's getting electrocuted, I promise.
He's
Plugs it into a wall socket.
I'm excited to see the fish tank one.
Yeah, I know. I want to see the fish tank one because he teased it in this video.
I know, and I'm like, wait a minute.
I did my first subwoofer box was a 5-gallon bucket. My dad kept telling me he was gonna build me a fucking box, and he never fucking did. So I went out to the garage, and it actually worked out perfect because he had like a speaker. So I had this home subwoofer, and I really wish I could fucking find out what it was. I really want to find out what it was. It was like a generic home subwoofer. It had like a black basket, probably like a 40-ounce slug. The cone was transparent on it, like you could see through it, but it was like a weird texture. It had like a black, the fabric mesh dust cap, and it had just a foam surround on it. But I cut it out with a fucking pocket knife as a kid, and then shot drywall screws down in it, and then I took and drilled a hole in the side of it and hot glued my wire in the side of it because I knew I didn't want it to leak.
Yeah.
And then I found a speaker cutout in the garage so I started playing and I noticed the bottom of the bucket was just flopping like crazy. So I went in the garage, took silicone, and found a speaker cutout and put silicone on the bottom of it and dropped it down in the bucket. And it like actually worked great for like playing in my room or whatever. But
Hey,
yeah, that was my first box.
You got to do what you got to do. You know?
Oh yeah, I wanted bass in my room, dude. So it was gonna happen.
Mullen's saying that video is going to be out tomorrow, and it's kicker cone. Yeah, you had me on kicker cone there.
I gotta watch the new one. I haven't seen this last one yet. But yeah. So and then Casey, I think we've talked about that before, where it's like then you have the whole first series of boxes that you make yourself, and you're like, that looks about right. You know what I mean?
And they sounded awesome. Man.
Yeah, it sounded great. Yeah.
Looks good. Looks about right from what I see in the pictures.
Literally, the first enclosures that I built was like, what's the biggest box I can build in this area? And port seems about right.
Yeah,
I'd put the speaker up on the wood, and then I'd look at what looks right, and then I'd like trace it out, and then cut it out, and be like, this looks about right. I'd slap it together. Like, oh, this sounds great. Peaks at like 90 hertz.
See, I never really mess with them too much. Obviously, I'm the guy that pulled the terminal cup out to make it ported. I tried that, and I'm like, no, it just doesn't sound any better. No. But my first box I built, I mean, honestly, it was, it wasn't anything written up, but it was close to max spec, but I had no idea how port volume really matters. And I went with that whole rule of thumb, and then you think big port, it's going to be loud. Yeah, it was loud at 33 hertz, and that was it. It just didn't sound good. And I'm like, I'm sorry. But play that song again, because that one, it can do. That's it.
Just going through the Rusticles app, just finding all the 33 hertz tracks.
Yeah.
Right.
Type R's too, man. 12s, two of them. It was like 4.5 cubes, and it had 16 square inches of port area. How much port area? I don't know. Do the math. What is that? 16 times 4, 64 square. It was a big port.
That's what's crazy too about being younger in the day. And not that, I mean, they were still nicer subwoofers, and there's nothing wrong with them. But do you remember like lusting after like Type R, Type X, fucking P3s and stuff like that? And like
my first sub was a Type R dog.
Top-notch stuff right there, man.
It was sick.
Bougie.
I went straight.
Even when I got back in the car, it was like, if I could have 3 P312s, I'll be fucking happy. And I was like, that was a lie. Yeah. And so I got 2, and I was like, that's a whole 140 dB, whatever. But
I think it's come full circle though, dude. Because I mean, I'm pretty happy with the daily setup in the Lexus. It's just
but our setups back then when they were that decibel with the subs, our mids and highs were not anywhere near the par of what they should be.
That's true. We also weren't running Focal when we were in high school.
And
exactly.
we are spoiled. We're
and it's
spoiled
like,
because
now I can actually enjoy the music. I'm not just trying to blast my ears.
Well, there's that too. Yeah, exactly. And it's just like, if you don't go around people that are really loud, you'll be fine. You'll be fine, Casey. You're not going to Slamology, are you?
Maybe.
If you're going to Slam, you're going to be yanking that 8 out and putting 4 of them back there, just to make up for a little bit of, You're like, this ain't enough.
Nah,
that's pretty funny.
It's just that's how it is. Our ears get accustomed to what we're used to listening to, and it can sound loud, But then you go and listen to something really loud, and then you get back in yours, and you're like, wow, mine's not that loud. But then longer you go, it sounds loud again. Just stay away from the loud guys,
When I daily the excursion, like, it's a fart in the wind. I drive the Civic or two for like a week or so, and I get back in, I'm like, this is freaking nasty.
Yeah.
You can tell when I don't drive the excursion for a while because I'll make 9 hair trick videos in one day.
Yeah. Make up for lost time. You're right.
It's cool to listen to songs and like hear sounds and noises that you didn't know was there, just because like you have so much clarity.
That's what I've said that before. It's what does it for me, dude. When you hear that new nuance that was there, that you like a song you think like, this is my tuning song. I know this song. I go by, and you're like, holy shit! I never even heard that.
Yeah. I'm like super impressed with these things every time I turn them on, man. Like for real, I'm blown away.
Let's do it.
It's on audio.
Extreme. To extreme, whenever I was young, I used to play 3-6 Mafia side to side, and it would always bang. It was like one of my favorite songs to play.
Mm-hmm.
But just because everything was just set wide open, just full tilt clipping, I didn't really know that there was different levels of bass. Even though it was the same bass notes, there's every chorus, it's like a lower but same bass, and then the next one is harder. But since I had everything maxed, you couldn't tell that. You couldn't tell that definition, you know. And I'm like, wait a minute, where's the bass at? Why does it? Wait, this is original? Yeah, this is what the? I just had that full tilt. It's nuts.
I think we all started with home and room stuff. I had no idea on impedance. Like, why am I keep blowing? You know, these things. None of that stuff, just daisy chaining speakers together. Like, I can only turn it up to volume 17 out of 25 now, but it turns off. But if you stay below that, you're good.
Click, 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 click.
Yeah. I had a funny brain fart epiphany about the Fast and the Furious 1 today that I don't think I've heard anybody ever talk about, and I think it's a relatively funny point. And us being older, we don't really take in the aspect that much, because when Fast and Furious came out in 2001, the cars were awesome. It was cool, and I didn't really think about them being new or old cars. By the time we can drive, they were already 20-year-old cars or so. What do you think about the hero cars in Fast and Furious 1 and like the popular ones? Majority of those in 2001, meaning that the movie, it came out in spring of 2001, meaning that the movie was probably shot in 99 and 2000. That pretty much all of those cars, for the most part, the hero cars, you could pretty much go buy at a dealership somewhere, new and or used on a lot.
Oh yeah, and that's what's crazy. You know, the second gen Eclipse was only 4 years old.
Yeah, so I was sitting here looking at this photo, making a joke that me and the boys overnighting parts from eBay, and then I was thinking about, so the MK4 Super, the hero car, 93 to 2002. I mean, even somewhere in the world, even after that movie came out, you could go buy a brand new one. The FD RX-7, same thing. It ended in 2002. So a year after the movie came out, you could still go buy those new.
I blame Y2K.
All
the cars.
The green
So many good
Integra.
cars.
Green
So many
Tech.
good cars. TUS 2000s also.
Yeah, the second gen Eclipse ended
I
in
went to
99.
99. Oh, you're right. Yeah, because third gen's, I guess, 2005. Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you could, in 01, there was for sure still third gen Eclipses on used lots, if not
Wow.
Mitsubishi dealerships.
Just give me the nitrous, sir. That'll
Yeah.
be extra.
And then same thing, the S14 ended in 98. I'm sure there were still
So
some
us-
dealerships.
So us ragging on these guys, not to keep it like, street car racing theme for this podcast, but us making fun of those guys driving those, built or just bought cars, like the Corvettes, the Challengers, the Mustangs, and they're all like a year or two old. We're making fun of them. Meanwhile, that's what Fast and Furious was.
Dude, I don't know, man.
Ah,
People
my life
putting,
is- you know what?
eyelashes on their car in Fast and Furious.
The culture's
Still
changed.
probably
I'm not
different.
feeling too good anymore.
But here's another point that Casey brought up as funny. There wasn't a plethora of aftermarket support then, which I think it has come full circle. There was a whole time where I love body kits for the kids, and I found them gaudy. I hated seeing body kits, and now I'm like, if it's done right, it's clean, period, correct, all that stuff looks sick. I'm like, fuck, I love that. Even gaudy body kits, if it's like done on there correctly, the car's fitted nice, I'm like, I like it.
Yeah.
But
Fuego!
so there wasn't a ton of aftermarket support at the time for a lot of those cars. So the parts that were on those cars were fucking expensive, dude. So
Yeah.
there wasn't eBay brands at all at the time. So you're going very rarely, I guess, in 01 online. So in the 90s, you're ordering out of a catalog at full price, or you're going to your marked up import tuner car shop at the time, custom shop, and I'm sure you're paying retail, if not close. Did everyone that had built cars back then, they all sell drugs, or what did they do?
I mean, who knows?
They
That's back when you
raced,
could
bro.
buy a house for 80
They
grand,
shut
dude.
down the roads and they raced.
That's how they built the cars, is street racing.
You could literally buy a house back then for 80 grand. You know what I mean? Someplace.
Valid.
So, I mean,
Yeah.
You're like, dude, if you have a $5,000 credit card, you're good.
yeah.
Plus, Plus, you
Oh,
could just
yeah.
get a bunch of spoon engines by robbing trucks too. You know what I mean? It was
Yeah,
easy
they
times
fall,
then.
fall off the
Now,
truck.
it was a different time then, though. The swaps were cheap then, bro. Even in my time of being a Honda guy, like the dual cam ZC swap was in the 79. I used to be able to get this for like, with the transmission, for like 350, 400, 450 bucks, maybe 500 if it was like a really nice one with the axles, the ECU, all that stuff. Go online and try to find one, just the motor itself, not the trans or the matching axles that are equal length, all that stuff. Try finding the motor for less than 1,500 bucks. And that's why
No, dude. I traded an exhaust header for a transmission one time from the guy at Best Buy. And it's
Oh,
a
wow.
perfectly good transmission. Yeah, B series or YS1 transmission, dude. Yeah.
and now it's like 500 bucks.
Yeah. Yeah.
For, I'll pay if you get like a nice one, low miles. You know, it's got like the Synchro's gone through it. You get close to $1,000.
I traded a busted BC Sports exhaust that was like almost rubbed through because it was on a slammed car.
And that's why I did the Civic mostly because I knew it had that damage. We didn't know if it was repairable or not at the time, and it was like because I was trading stuff for it. It was like worst case scenario, I'm in the cost of this car, a badass motor swap for my other car. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was like the motor for sure. You know, I guarantee if I take that B20 out, clean the shit out of it, and put it on the ground, it's well over $1,000 I get out of that whole swap. Especially if I include the ECU with it, $2,000.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Mullen, did you see where they use pictures over the engines for the overhead shots of the cars? What, to make them look more souped up? I know there was a lot. You know, they don't have just one car.
Oh,
you know,
for
they'll
the
have like
street
half
racing?
cars and just, you know, rollers, and if there even is one that is all souped up, you know.
Yeah, the overhead scene for the race is like a edited in car, like with each other.
Oh, I know. If you watch it now, it's like, man, this didn't even look real. But if you watch it on a CRT TV or something like that,
Yeah,
and sit 10 feet away, oh man, it looks great. You know?
I'm not gonna do it. I keep thinking like I'm gonna pull up a video but like no, like we got to shut down.
No,
Last time we
that's-
started playing that.
Starting off great.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man.
That's funny though.
Good
It's still a
old
timeless
factory.
movie. All of those cars though have made a comeback as far
You know,
as
Fun fact, Kayla never watched a single one until she met me. And you know what we did? We watched them 1 to 9.
you like you
You
are
wanna
sitting
be
here and
my
you're
lover.
gonna like it.
Yes.
You
Like,
gotta
God,
get
this
with
one-
my family.
Yeah,
Dude,
family
at
now.
the time, I lusted over the F-150 Lightning.
Oh, dude, we saw one of those in traffic the other day. I was like, whoa, that's sweet. Dude was
Yeah, that's
texting
fine.
and driving the kind of ruined it.
Man.
Top Gear.
Dude, I would totally be stoked. Oh shit! To see like a fully kitted out Honda like that again. Look, he's got a fucking roll cage in it and everything.
Yeah, dude. What if the whole crew of those guys just show up at the next meet they're at?
Look at that CRX back there with the
Oh,
fucking
Dawn
Yeah,
Hector.
dude.
JDM bumper on
Hector.
it. Damn.
It's awesome.
And all those cars were fairly new back then.
You know,
so it's
that's
crazy.
that's why I don't really want to give up the Eclipse. Like, I mean,
That
you guys
UK
in
was
your
almost a
big
new car.
SUVs and stuff are cool. You got lots of room for base. Eventually, I'll be doing that either with the Pilot or the Volvo. Either way, I like my race car. You know,
Yeah.
the fart
Yeah.
can, the 5-speed, and it's just that whole, you know, the vibe that just kind of started it all. You know, I don't
It's
know.
nostalgic for me too, man. So like I said it before, I had like 14 of those chassis, but it was like one of my first actual cars was the CRX, and it was like the bolts that kicked your ass in the weird spot of doing that again. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that. You know, like how to take shit apart, and like it comes back to you where you did it. You know what I mean?
Right?
Oh yeah. There's some cool stuff looking back at it, though. I love that all of these cars that are making a comeback.
Did you see the one? I
Oh
don't know
god,
if
look
he
at
was
the tail
there
side. Oh,
last
Yeah,
year.
that's still my favorite FD body kit. I don't care.
that is one of the best looking cars ever in existence.
There's a guy that comes to Slamology and he has the green Eclipse from Fast and Furious.
Oh wow.
Like, it's spot on.
I don't know how he walks around with all his dick in his pants. That's got to be a hard task to do every day.
Imagine
Yeah,
seeing that
yeah.
Bellside car, dude, in person. Just walking
Oh
around.
yeah.
It would shut
Yeah.
down.
Yes, the Audio Angel. Yeah.
Baba, you missed the beginning of the show. Throw it up again, Scott.
What is it?
Just the shipment that I got, and it looks like John K got a special delivery today too. Wonder who did
Baba
that.
swag.
Dude, Bob
Merch
is just
man.
fucking Bobby, everyone has you have to call Baba Daddy now. By the way, if Baba buys you stuff, you have to call him Daddy.
Awesome stuff. Really
That's it.
is, man. Can't thank you
The
enough.
guy
man.
that did the artwork for you, man, he did a great job too.
That's Dub Team, man. And he
Dub?
joins in. Yeah, Dub.
Wow.
That's Dub, and he does designs and wraps on cars. After my pilot's painted, probably next year for Slam, I'm going to try to have him design me a nice kicker wrap for the Eclipse.
Nice.
Because he does
Sick.
all that stuff for
Well, Dub, you
vehicles.
killed it, bro.
So Andy, when you getting your new sub?
Soon as they come out with it. It's
Come on,
not
man.
going to be for a little while. Man, you know, the good news is, you know, the 12s are almost here. They're almost ready. I would say in a little while, probably before Slam, which is, from my understanding, what I can say. But they'll be here. But the amps, I don't know. The 18, not going to be for a while. So
Dang,
as soon
man.
as it's available, I will. You know, they know I will be pounding at that door. Like, hey,
He's just
This guy
outside
needs-
with the fucking
this guy
basketball
needs to
shoes on, ready to
retire.
go someone. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, they had-
Go.
and I got him sitting over here. I don't know if you could see in the far corner. Oh yeah, you can't even. Well, I can pan this over. He's sitting over there. He's just being lazy. You know, he doesn't even want to play anymore. I'm like, listen, come on, man, just one more year, you got it. One more
yeah,
year.
you'd be fine. Now, have you played with the gold letter much or no?
In Kayla's car, the 212s, I play with the 10 almost every day. That is hooked up to the SX series amplifiers that I have. That's like my, I guess you could call it amp dyno system. It's always running, and I got that in a nice 1 cubic foot sealed enclosure for the 10. The 15's still sitting right here. I just don't have an enclosure for it. Or the time to build one. I actually picked up an enclosure for this. It's on its way. It'll be here Tuesday, and a nice little grill cover. But the enclosure's it's from Ground Pounders out in
cool.
Canada.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and it was $150, including shipping, for an 8-inch enclosure. But it's a cube and a half. It's
Nice.
big for an 8, and it's actually the kicker spec. I typed theirs in, put it on kicker, and it said the same darn thing for the airspace for the volume. I'm like, let's just do it. You know what I mean? You're paying $100 some for wood, and then carpet and terminals, and then time. I'll just buy this one and see how it goes. Plus, it's tuned to like 33, so it should be. I think it's going to be like an MBE enclosure. You know, of like the way I see how he builds his. I think it's going to sound like that.
That'd be good, man.
I actually got a prefab in mind, waiting on to do my custom setup.
You
And
know,
I ended up really liking it, and I'm like, I'm just going to use this now that
Dude.
I'm throwing a bunch of shit in the trunk. It's actually nice. Dude, prefab lives matter.
it's not
Yeah.
the same. It's not the
Yeah.
same as it was a decade ago. It's not.
It wasn't,
Yeah, it's a totally different ball game, dude.
They're
Yeah.
trying
Yeah.
now. They're trying. They're like, oh
It's
yeah.
a nice setup. I
Yeah.
mean, you can buy a Gately prefab. You can call them
Exactly.
that
Dude,
out.
I have a Gately 0.7 cubic foot. It's the cheapest Gately box they make. The 8-inch 0.75 cubic foot single 8 box.
Yeah, it's only $900.
dude. Love it,
I was
huh?
gonna get one that size, but I was like, I'll go with the extra large.
Yeah,
the
I
most
did it
output
because it
out
matched
of it.
that. The Alpha, he recommends the 0.75. I mean, yeah, the Alpha is what he sized. He recommends that one, 0.75.
Yeah, because you know it's just it's a small driver, man. You
Yeah,
know?
when Bobby's like, this sub is made for this box, I'm like, yes.
Got corn out of
Yeah.
here. We got everybody. Everyone forgot we went live on Friday. They're here now, so it's great.
Yeah, well, it's also not streaming from my Facebook page.
Oh, yeah, that.
Oh,
that'll
dude,
help
I didn't
out.
even think about that. There he is. I invited him like
Mr.
Christmas
Mullen,
ago.
special appearance.
No,
Yeah, we kept talking back and forth. It's like, I'm just going to send this guy a link, dude.
The caboose. Corn out the caboose. Oh my god. I can't. Oh man.
no, it's been fun. We taken the. I'm excited for it though, man.
For what?
I get in
Yeah,
the car
for what?
together and all stuff fun.
You're like,
Somebody's gonna build.
dude, all you can think about is that EF. I guarantee he's on his phone looking at EF parts right now.
No, Wilson texted me that he's going home tonight.
You know, I get the same way with stuff. You know, whenever you get a new toy, it's like full tilt boogie into that subject, going back in, getting everything.
Yeah.
You know, I get it. I just try.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
like, okay, listen, I got to do all car audio. It just has to be.
It was nice to do something from the mundane, and It's stuff that I enjoy. It's a chassis that I know. And then,
It's like riding
a
a bike,
lot of
dude.
people, Casey's contested do it.
Well,
Am I still not working on the race car? Yes. But a lot of people have said that I'm not about that life anymore. And I'm like, you got me fucked up, dog.
That's because you haven't built your 79s. That's why everyone talks shit. And what do you do? You go buy a completely different car to more than 79.
Yeah.
You can
But
go,
I'm gonna brand my own brand new used 1990
brand new
base model.
1990.
It's not an STD, it's a DX though, so it had air conditioning.
Dude,
Now it doesn't.
EFs are sweet. I
STD
completely
has a
co-sign.
new name nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all know that's
We
on the
call
bike.
them manuals, no?
Shit.
Mullen, what's
How
up,
about
man?
What's going on?
Well, I was just sitting in my chair being a bum, and then Casey sent me a link, so I was like, well, okay, fine then.
How's it hanging
Make
on,
it-
buddy?
Oh,
That's the color I'm painting it.
My buddy has a red one of that version, the
And I'm
4-door
getting
Type R. It's nice.
God,
Mr.
those things are like
McMillan.
50 grand plus right now.
and then
yeah,
so I'm getting
it's
these for my
nuts.
brother.
Did you just type in Rotoslip, Scott?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Now these are the stock rims that you want to buy when you first start out, and you buy rims instead of turboing your
There you go. I'm
Honda
getting
These-
Civic.
Slips are so
Right
good on the way. They're so good on EFs. The wagon's got slips on it too. Dude, me and Scott are gonna have matching EFs, dude.
Notice this.
Knockoff Rotoslip.
So
Rotoslip is a knockoff of a knockoff.
So I'm getting these, and I bought Rotoslip center caps for them. And yeah. Hey, I'm going to tell you guys too. All right, so I told you I'm painting it. I've waited my whole life to do this. All right, so I'm painting this car, doing it with the nice wheels, and doing the trim black. It's going to be sick, all that shit, blah blah. I've never up badged a car in my entire life. Okay, I've never put higher badging on a car than what it is in my whole life.
Oh, do you
I'm
don't
not
do
doing
that?
Type R.
He's
But-
doing it, bro.
The first time I show the
No.
paint off, I want it to be after it's buffed and all that stuff, and me walking up to it and put an SI badge on that base model Honda right on the fucking truck. A factory OEM
Non-VTEC too,
I'm done.
still.
Yeah, no, the
Everyone's
Respect is
cringing.
gone.
16 is the best on an EF, Bobby. You have to slam it on smaller wheels.
I'm gonna sneak an SS badge on there.
yeah, I'm not much of a Honda guy,
I need a
but
spider.
I
one while
fell in
you're
love
at
with
it.
I fell in love with a DX one time at a show. It's more square back. I don't even know what year it was, but I fell in love with the DX one time
Probably
and
84 to
never
87.
got one. I don't know. I
No,
loved it
yours
though.
is
I love
pretty
the
square,
old
Scott.
body style.
There's an 84 to 87 more square, ain't he?
They have such a
You
big
know what?
personality.
Oh, yeah.
I'm liking it. More square the
I've
better.
always wanted an SI 84 to 87 hatchback, a red one.
Uncle Bobby B, baby.
Where'd it go?
I hate
You want
that.
more square like this one? I guess you can't see.
Yeah, I don't see nothing right now.
Never
Ooh.
mind. That's an
That
84
looks
to 87.
like the. Oh, what was the car? It looked exactly like that. It's not a Toyota, but it looks. I think it's a Toyota.
Look at that
that
thing
everyone-
three wheeling, Casey.
One everyone started out with. That
What'd
thought
you
it was
say?
fast and it wasn't.
Look at the
fast.
car three wheeling.
Yeah, it's sick, dude.
That's drifting, bro.
I
Power
want
sliding.
a red, yeah, just like that, slammed 84 to 87 with a wang on it.
You know
Y'all
what?
had a
I went-
CRX that model, and Cameron ruined it, dude.
That was my first dual red cam GC swap. This guy, I had like $600 in my name. I was broke. I had to sell my 240 to get a car and to pay a ticket and get a car. Okay, so I had like after paying the ticket, I had like $600. So I was on Craigslist. This is okay. When is this? Boom. In 2012, I was on Craigslist and trying to find a car. It was the most funny ad I'd ever seen for a car in my life. It wasn't even labeled CRX or anything. It was like cheap economy car. It was like, do you need a point A to B car? It was like the clock works on the dash if you flick it hard enough and like shit like that. It was like nothing about the fucking car. And it was like, it has 4 flat tires and it doesn't run. And I'm like, I bet I can fix that, So I go there and like, yes, the tires were flat. It had like a layer of pollen on it. So after
It was so clean, though.
I opened the hood. That's what the whole car looked like as it did on the engine bay. I saw the dual cam ZC swap. Yep, I'll take it because it was $600. And I get in it, I put a battery in it, and there's a notorious thing about old Hondas with the main relay when they go bad. And there's a trick to it. If you have one that hasn't completely failed yet, you can normally smack it, and it'll work. And the main relay controls your fuel pump and your spark. So like if it doesn't turn on, you don't have ignition or fuel pump turn on. So like I literally put the battery in it, pulled them, I turned it on. I heard that I had no fuel pump. I'm like, okay, cool, I need a pump. And then I literally reached down, grabbed the main relay, smacked it with my hand. The pump was like on, and car fired up. Like, but Aaron, we went and bought. The guy had no air compressor. We went and bought cans of Fix-A-Flat at the gas station right up the road, and just crammed it in the fucking tires. And, yeah. And then my brother ruined it after I.
He fucking ruined that car, dude. He like spray painted it.
He got spray painted like 4 times. What are you talking about?
Somehow he lost the fenders or something, or that whole front valence piece.
Yeah, well, and those are plastic. They're hard plastic.
What do you got in there now, Scott? A B20?
A B20, yeah.
B20, okay.
Oh my god.
I know the K20 is like the sought after.
The Ks are okay. I like
the K swap.
Yeah. I just
those
had that
would be amazing. Those old Inkies. Oh, where'd it go? Oh, I didn't.
Andy, no.
I cut Andy out. I deleted
Wow,
these
guys.
thought I was tapping back in my thing here.
My internet's shit tonight.
Dub Team DMD, my
Okay,
wagon.
Mullen.
Bobby
my
sent
wagon.
me these. Those would be
Oh.
cool in the car.
Look like something off a 90s minivan.
Dub Team
You know the
DMD.
ones that look like an arrow?
Oh, I'm trying to answer the comment.
They would be sick, but the thing that sucks about
They are
14s are you like literally have to slam the shit out of the car.
Right. Right, because then if you're putting
Yeah.
thin profiles
Because-
on it, yeah.
I want to tuck
Could have
tires.
made in the 3-piece, dude.
Yeah, they
He
could be
likes
made
it
in
tucked.
3-piece. That'd be hard.
But anyways, to
Girl on
Dub
it.
Team's comment, the B20.
Try
was
tucking 22s.
Jesus. Can y'all hear me?
What were you
Yes.
saying, Mullen?
I'm trying to talk about this damn.
Oh, we lost Mullen. What happened? Hi, Scott. I clicked on Mullen, then he jumped off. I don't know what happened.
He's like,
Okay,
fuck
I'm
you
just
guys.
not going to tell the story, I guess.
Tell the story, Casey.
Jeez.
I can't.
Where did Mullen go?
He's coming back. think
No, I was
he
trying to
had-
answer the comment where Dub Team said B20 was B16 head. All saying the wagon has that with AC and heat. And then, yeah.
Yours got the, what is it?
It's a B20Z bottom end with a B16 head, fully built, stunt 2 internals and everything. Stage 2,
Nice.
Pro 2 cams. AC, heat. Pretty fucking tight, dude.
Dub, I need to hit you up, bro. And we need to go back and forth about some art stuff, my guy.
Heck yeah.
B16, B18,
Man.
F22, H22, K22, my favorite Honda motors. Mine is,
H22,
I like,
I know that one. I know that one. Is supposedly is the slowest out of the bunch. Is that true? Like it's like
What?
in the
H22?
90
No, H22 is a
Then
freaking
is it-
Prelude motor.
You're sick, yeah.
Yeah,
You
it's
can do an
Prelude.
H2V
In the
also.
90s?
What does it come in? There's two
Prelude.
different versions it can come in. The H22, not the F22. Or is it the F?
You got the H22 and the H23. You have an H22A, and you have an H23 that has no VTEC.
Yeah, but you can put an
Yes, that
H22
one.
head
No
on it.
tech, no balls,
And they're sick,
no
yeah, see,
nothing. Yeah.
That was the original kind of like K swap because you could take an H22 A bottom
Head
and
on H23.
or H23
Okay.
bottom and H22A head.
And you can take, and F motors are the same family as H's. You can take an H dual cam head and put it on an
B
F
series
block.
trans.
No, you don't
Wow.
on a B series, on a
You
F
could do an
block.
H2V and use like a SI trans and short gearing.
Yeah.
Now I know what other people think of us when we talk about audio because I am lost.
So my favorite motors are D16 and the OBDO variants, the D16A6, the OBDO, and the OBD1 dual red cam ZC. My first swap was a B18A1. I still have a lot of love for a B18A1. And then
Ooh.
I've never had a K though. I've never had a K swap.
You could have had the green car, dude.
For the
Could've been your-
4G69. 4G63. Those are the good ones there.
420 P69.
Yeah, I got the 6.9.
Yeah, but at the time though, in the in the 90s, there wasn't even a K motor out yet. So
Oh, my
like
bad.
the H22 was the first 200 wheel horsepower thing. You know, guys were swapping into cars, dude. I remember that being a big deal even when I was a kid. When my dad was talking about swapping the red car when he had it, was doing H swaps. And he's like, dude, because we're talking about building D series motors. He's like, bro, there's H motors. People drop in their cars and have 200 horsepower now. I mean, that's before the K was even out.
Yeah.
Jeez.
It's hard to fit anything in an EF though, dude. To be honest, like B series, K's stick out of the hood. They sit pretty.
They
high.
stick out of the hood.
They either stick out of the hood or they stick really far forward.
Mm-hmm.
So they're hard to fit in there. The only good thing is the exhaust comes out of the back, so you don't have to worry about the front cross member.
Yeah.
But I mean, then you can't do AC and heat easily either with a K. There's like no space under there. So I think the B series like to have.
I didn't even realize that was RGA, and I'm shocked right now.
I've had multiple B16A1s. I love B16A1s, bro. I had a B16B also. I fucking loved. I had an EG hatch with a B16B, and that car was fucking wicked fun.
What version of the B16 does the 01 Acura LS have?
That would be a
It'd be-
B18.
it'd be a
B18?
B1.
If it's not a GSR, it has a B18B1,
Yeah.
B18
It's GSR to
B1.
B18 T2.
which I've had a bunch of Integras too, man. I loved my Integras, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, Teggies are awesome. I love D8s, man. The EF era of Honda is the shit, dude.
It's a golden
My-
era.
My
D8,
sister still
yeah.
has her. She bought it brand new. She's nuts. It just sits in the garage just like my Eclipse.
At the
It's fine.
time in 2013 when I got this car, it was the nicest vehicle I'd ever owned. The where'd it go? Boom, boom, boom. And this is a 99 GS in 2013.
Shit,
And
never got rid of that car, dude.
bro,
Maybe
look
it
how
was
clean that was.
GS, not LS. I
I
don't know.
had, dude, check this thing out. So I was working at Midas at that time. This lady came in for a clutch. You see how clean? I didn't even clean the engine bay of this. I didn't pressure wash or nothing. This lady came. I didn't put an intake on it. Lady came in. I had a Mazda Miata at the time. Okay, a black Mazda Miata. This lady came in and had to get a clutch in this car, and she said she wasn't a huge fan of driving anymore. She loved my Miata. Traded me the Miata for the Integra that needed the clutch. And then I was like, "Yeah, I'll do it." It's my first. That was my first car as an adult that had working air conditioning.
Wow.
Yeah,
They're nice cars, man. They're,
Dude,
they're-
they-
Well, you have that hard body.
it had black
Right.
leather. This is the one I got from Casey.
Oh, yeah.
I
That
did
was
that
pretty
car.
clean, dude.
look at
I
that
saved
wing
that
though.
car, though, dude.
Was that a
That car
Type
was
R, or
legit.
did you add the wing?
That
I
was
had
just
a wing.
no, that wasn't a Type R. It was just a GS or whatever.
Yeah, it was a GS. I saved that car though, Casey.
It was nice when I had it. It was just slammed on the 16.
It was a turd when I got it.
Yeah, I did kind of run it down, dude.
That car had working AC.
It did. I couldn't ever get it to stay cold. But it kept leaking out.
I bet you could beat a whole turd out of those seats. Look how stained that shit is.
Yeah, dude. They were saying when I got them, dude. What do you mean?
I had the hood carbon fiber vinyl wrapped, and there's dents in it. You can see the dents in the hood.
Looks good.
Dude, he did an eBay shopping spree on that thing. You can
Oh,
tell.
dude. That's what. Hey, this is our in 2021. This is our house. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is fucking Honda graveyard, used scrapyard. That's Casey's last hatch.
Yeah,
You
that thing
need
was
more
a turd.
square. More square. Yeah.
The blue car ran good. It just needed too much. Like Scott's car that he just got is a lot nicer than that blue car was. For
Oh
sure.
yeah, that was
What's
awesome.
crazy? I traded that car for a gun and some money, and Scott just traded a gun and some random shit for a hatch, which is funny. It's like full circle, dude.
Here's my last Integra. This thing was sick. The
That thing was not sick. It's so ugly.
What is that? Late 80s?
It's a
that's
turd.
84 to 89 Integra.
Nice.
The steering wheel's
Dude.
cool.
Yeah. Dude, the seats. I wish I'd kept those seats now, bro.
Yeah, you should have. The
The
seats are really nice in that
They're
thing.
minty, bro. That whole interior was mint.
I know a lot of stuff. I mean, Honda, Acura, same thing. Yeah.
That steering wheel would be cool too. Okay, I would rock that steering wheel.
The steering wheel's sick. Yeah, I really like the steering wheel.
I should have just kept it in park. Oh, dude, this is my favorite. Dude, this place is gone now, Casey. On the side of, there we go. That's my
Oh, she
slammed it.
tucking, bro.
We just drove by that today. It's depressing, dude. How much everything's
gone.
changed.
That was my favorite photo shoot place in the whole world.
Oh yeah, you have your Civic parked there too for the photos.
Yeah. I thought I was doing it.
I like
boy.
that burgundy color.
I thought I was doing it, boy.
Oh my god, look at that front camber, bro.
Yeah.
It's just that's
Damn.
all natural front camera. That's
Oh,
what's
no,
scary.
that's the yeah. Tell me I didn't save this car. Okay,
Hold
but
on, it had nice wheels on it before. I just didn't want to give
When
you
I
the
got
wheels.
it and when I sold it.
Hold on, you should see it with the wheels I had on it though. In all fairness, that I don't even know how to pull that up. But
thing
thing was
smoked.
sweet,
it.
dude. What are you talking about?
It smoked.
Yeah, it did.
Here's that car. Why does it have no sound?
You got copyrighted.
Demonetized. Oh, no.
Wah! Wah!
Yeah, go Casey.
Y'all
Go,
hear
go,
that?
go, 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 go.
Is it playing sound for y'all or no? This Integra I had another one of those like that showed that red one. This thing went through 3 motors in fucking 3 months.
And you could step your whole leg in that engine bay. That's the thing about Hondas, man. Like, why? There's so much gap. It's
Here
crazy.
you go.
It's because we get all the
Does that
shitty
sound?
variants of their cars, and in Japan they had like dual cam variants of like almost everything.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Does this
that's
have
like
audio
the
right
F series over here was single cam. The F series there was dual cam. VTEC.
Oh, yeah, because they had to stay under that 276 horsepower or, you know,
now? There's my
go
DA.
above or below.
Yeah, those are the wheels I got. Those wheels.
That's how I met Casey kind of.
Nice.
Well,
That's
sort
a
of.
Honda Accord or Integra? Or
It's Integra.
Integra.
Yeah.
So early 90s. Nice.
That's a DA Integra. That's out of the EF era of cars.
Okay, Honda, yes.
Like
yes.
88 to 91 era. Which, are in my opinion, are the best.
They are nice.
Yeah.
I drove an Accord like that year.
Those are
Nice.
sweet. The CB7. No,
I should do a
CB7.
DA dash swap, Casey.
That would be nice. Or a Prelude dash one.
A DA dash swap would be sick.
Yeah, it would.
What do you do for the climate control though?
I don't know.
With the S2000 cluster? Oh my god.
Have you seen the prices of those? I was going to put one in the green car. You're not getting one less than $1,500 for everything. It's insane. Unless you just get lucky. It's insane. The prices are insane on this shit.
Oh, it fits.
That's sweet. Man, that dash brings back some memories.
Dude, I love DAs.
I
A
love
DA
DAs.
feels like an EF.
It does. It is an EF, pretty much. I mean,
Yeah. Sure does.
look at that white. Wait, go back. Go back.
Poppy lights.
Look at that. No, back one. That white car, bottom right. No, back. Back. Bottom right. Yes.
That's the wing
Fuck,
and the lip
yeah.
I've got. That's the wing and lip I've got.
That's what color the wagon's gonna
That
be.
one's what, a couple years older?
Fuck, that's
Or that's a
hard.
haunt. Well,
That's
And
the
it's
same.
got slips on it, dude. I'm telling
It's
you,
the same
slips
car
on
I
it.
have, Andy, but it's got a JDM bumper on the front.
so wow, that body kit just made it. So you
That's what I
you,
got.
you bought
All
the same
kinds
body
skirts
kit,
with it
right?
and different bumpers,
Yeah, but the front bumper's a little bit different on this.
yeah.
Nice.
I got the
Nice.
headlights like that and all too.
Yokohama
thing is
tires?
good.
Is that Yokohama? Oh, I can't tell.
On Roto slips, dude. Probably Reagan Masters back then. You know, Reagan
That's one
Masters,
thing I
dude.
want to get is tires that have white printing on the outside.
Just get the letters and put it on yourself. That's what all the dope boys do.
I don't want to do that though.
That's
It
what they
looks dumb.
do.
Even a paint pen. That's how they do it.
Paint them.
Slips. They're
Paint
slips
pen.
again.
I want to find this wing, Casey, this lower wing. I can't find it anywhere to save my life.
I had one. I sold it for $40, dude. I had one when I first moved back to Georgia from Virginia. It came on that CRX front, or the CRX front swap EF hatch that I had, and it had that wing. I sold it for $40.
I want that lip wing right
It's
there.
really hard to get now.
Mm.
I think I might know a guy that has one. I'll hit him up and see. But it's
I
not
found
really-
one on Amazon, but I couldn't tell if it was for the sedan or if it was that.
If it looks for that, if it looks like that, it's for that car because they didn't make one like that for the sedan.
For the sedan, they didn't make one that. They
And
did
it
not
doesn't-
make one that hung off the back trunk of the sedan.
Not like that. It didn't look
Then I
like
found
that.
a rep. I found a rep one like that on Amazon.
Dude, get it. No,
What's
we're talking
that?
about if you look over the taillights, there's like a little small wing.
Yeah, I think that's a ducktail. I
You
think.
see it back there?
Not the
It's like
spoiler.
under the window. That's a stick-on piece.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That helps drag, right? It gives you better low or front control, right?
I don't know. It just makes you look cool.
Downforce thing, yeah.
It makes you show up at meets and guys are like, where did you get that? Like, don't worry.
Dude, the paint match bumpers make such a big difference on this car. Why does he have a fucking exhaust on the fucking pass on the driver's side?
It's probably engine swapped.
It doesn't matter.
Why is the
I don't
exhaust
know.
on the other side?
It
There's
doesn't.
so much room
Yeah.
back there. You could have ran it over and out the side.
Silly
I don't know.
gooses, silly Honda boys.
He's sipping on the silly goose juice.
That's the wing right there. Hopefully, it doesn't need to be body worked. That's the one thing I'm worried about is that see, it's even wavy in this photo. Look right here. See, there's a wave at the bottom.
No, it's gonna fit like a glove, dude.
That's just because they've
only
the photoshopping to have
Yeah,
the background.
and don't worry, you're only getting like the 3,000th wing off of that mold.
Off that mold, yeah. It's only done. It's only that mold is so fucking distorted now. It's fucking wavy like a fucking surfboard.
Looks like grandma's toaster.
Yeah, dude. It looks like a bologna after you threw it a piece in the pan for a little while.
Only sold in Japan, Dub says.
Dude, look at that DA. Jesus Christ. Look at the wing on the back, too. Oh.
Big wang. Big wangs. It's got to be a tasteful big wang, though. I don't know.
Oh, that's Art. What's up, Art? Got Matt G in here, too. Cool.
F22 auto, yeah. If you get a single cam F22, unless you do like cams, they actually are great. Believe it or not, single cam Fs are actually great for boost because they're low compression. Yeah. But
you can just drop an 8 series in those too. That's like the Honda Odyssey back then came with an F22. You could just drop an 8 series in it, no problem.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Straight up.
Hondas are like Legos, Andy. That's why we love them.
Pretty
much.
I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna make a digital dash work in the Honda as an Android base or a phone input.
Dude, Scott has caught the Honda bug hard, bro.
I've had the Honda bug. I've been out the game for a little bit to start off the audio bug.
If only there was a Honda in your garage you could have worked on for the last 4 fucking years.
It takes so much money to finish that car, dude.
I know.
What's up, Jeff?
We were talking about it. He'll probably be less into the EF when it's fully done than it would take to actually get like halfway done in the 79.
That's not the same wing we took in. Someone sent me the same wing. But either way, I'm excited about it. I'm ready to have something fun. I've told Casey for a while though. I've had a bunch of not fun to drive here. I sold my Corvette like 2.5 years ago now or something like that. So I mean, I've been driving a EX step above base. It's not a base model. 2007 Civic and the Excursion, and at the end of the day, they're not fun to drive at all. So it's like I want something I can beat around on. Have fun, you know what I mean? To be cheap on gas. Parts are dumb cheap.
Yeah,
right. I mean, and you can do some underground racing.
Yeah, I could. I'll race. And the thing about Hondas is, though, you're just gonna race other Hondas for the most part.
Yeah, they're all faster than yours, like every time, dude. Somehow.
Yeah. Well, now they're born with K swaps in them now. So fuck.
Just putting K swaps in everything, dude. It's the new B series for real.
There you go. He found one for $150.
The wing.
Yeah.
Let me see.
This looks different though. This looks bigger. I could be wrong.
That's it, dude. That's the one.
Pretty big.
I might have been mistaken by the photo because it looks sick there.
Yeah, that's the one though. That's it. I think you can screw that one in. Yeah, dude, that's legit. Look at that with the wing and everything. What are those P1s? Or those raised?
Those are raised.
The
T37.
3 of them, just one above that one too.
Yes, they're small.
I'm just gonna do this and see what happens.
You don't live in Japan. You would know buy.
No, I think it's in the States. It's in California.
Oh, well, would you
no, it's shipping from out of the States. Yeah. Located in Malaysia. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. Okay, I lied. There's multiple EF kits available now, but they're all shipping from fucking Malaysia and pretty much Malaysia. There's actually like a dope, like a EK style front bumper that ships from Malaysia. A whole bunch of cool shit. Yeah,
you need stickers too.
No, I'm not doing anything on the car.
Oh, she gonna be naked, debadged, and everything, huh?
Yeah, naked.
No, he's gonna have that SI badge. He's gonna put on there.
Yeah, he's gonna have that.
Can't.
All
right, hey, you guys still hanging on? I gotta get ready for my show.
We're gonna get off here then, buddy.
Sure. You can keep it going. You don't need me. You can keep it going. You guys are having fun.
We've got an hour and 12 minutes. I'm gonna take it. I need to eat. I'm hungry. But at the end of the day,
we're actually just finished dinner. It's the perfect time.
Bragger.
We'll have to do it one day where we just go a little extra long. I just won't have a show. It's nice hanging out with you guys. I missed you.
Yeah, it's been good, bro.
Great way to
Good
do
hanging
your
with
show,
you.
dude. Next time.
I was
You're like,
sure
I'm not bringing you on there. You're gonna make someone mad.
talking about boob jobs and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, guys, I appreciate y'all. Rolling Thunder episode 73, I think. And y'all have a good night, guys. Have a good weekend. No drinking and driving. I'll see you next time.
Be safe. See you guys in fuel.